In the heart of a city ruled by corruption, where power rested in the hands of a few and justice was sold to the highest bidder, there lived a woman named Nia. She wasn't a politician, a lawyer, or even an activist. She was a school teacher, quiet and unassuming, but with a deep sense of right and wrong that burned within her. The day everything changed was the day one of her students, a bright young boy named Amir, disappeared. The official story was that Amir had run away, but Nia knew better. Amir's family had been fighting against the illegal land grabs by a powerful corporation that had the local authorities in its pocket. Nia had seen the fear in Amir's eyes, the way he spoke about the threats his family received, and she knew he hadn't simply run away. She began asking questions, first quietly, then more loudly, as the answers became harder to find. The more she dug, the more she uncovered a web of deceit, bribery, and intimidation. The authorities warned her to stop, but she refused. When they tried to smear her name, she held her head high. When they threatened her, she felt the fear, but she didn't back down. One night, a brick was thrown through her window, followed by a note telling her to stop or face the consequences. She held the note in her trembling hands, but her resolve only hardened. She realized that if she didn't fight, no one would. She thought of Amir, of his bright smile and eager mind, and knew she couldn't give up on him. Nia began to rally the community, organizing protests, reaching out to the media, and gathering evidence. She found allies in unexpected places, other teachers, parents, and even a few honest officials who were tired of the corruption. Together, they formed a small but determined group dedicated to exposing the truth and bringing Amir back. The fight wasn't easy. They faced setback after setback, from legal challenges to violent confrontations. But with every attempt to silence her, Nia's voice grew louder. She spoke at rallies, her words igniting a spark in others who had been too afraid to stand up. She became a symbol of resistance, her quiet strength inspiring those around her to take action. Months passed, and the pressure mounted. The corporation tried to buy her off, offering her a substantial sum to drop her crusade. She refused. They sent more threats, but she stood firm. The tide began to turn as more people joined her cause, and the media started paying attention. The authorities could no longer ignore the outcry, and an investigation was finally launched. In the end, the truth came out. The corporation's illegal activities were exposed, and those responsible were brought to justice. Amir was found, scared but alive, and returned to his family. The corrupt officials were removed from power, and the community began to rebuild, this time on a foundation of honesty and accountability. Nia never sought recognition for what she did. She returned to her classroom, content to be with her students once again. But the city would never forget her bravery, her unwavering commitment to justice, and the way she stood up against overwhelming odds. Nia had been just one voice in the darkness, but her persistence turned that voice into a chorus, one that would echo through the city for years to come. She proved that even the quietest among us could bring about change, as long as they refused to be silenced.